Tonight, as you settle into your pillow and let the weight of the day soften around your body, I'd like to take you far beyond the edges of Earth, farther than any map, farther than any horizon you have ever known. Imagine your thoughts drifting upward like small lanterns rising into a deep and endless sky. The Milky Way stretches across the darkness like a river of stars, a graceful spiral made of light and silence, its arms curling like gentle waves frozen in time. It is so enormous that even a beam of light takes 100,000 years to cross from one edge to the other. Yet from Earth, it appears as a soft white band across the night. This glowing path is your home, your cosmic neighborhood, the place where every memory, every heartbeat, and every whisper of history has unfolded. As you drift deeper into it, imagine its spiral arms slowly turning, carrying billions of worlds in a quiet celestial dance. You are floating within this vastness, a tiny spark carried by an ancient tide. Within this immense river of starlight live hundreds of billions of suns, each one burning with its own color, its own warmth, and its own lifetime. Some stars flicker softly like candles, others blaze fiercely like cosmic furnaces, but all contribute to the soft glow that paints the galaxy. Many of these stars will never be seen by human eyes, hidden behind clouds of dust, or simply too distant to shine through. Yet their light still travels, wandering for thousands or millions of years before disappearing into the galaxies beyond. Every one of them has a story, and tonight you drift peacefully among them. The disk of the Milky Way is not flat, but gently curved, bending upward and downward like a wave frozen in the fabric of space. This warp is shaped by invisible forces, dark matter, ancient collisions, and the quiet pull of gravity from neighboring galaxies. As you float inside it, imagine yourself riding this slow cosmic ripple, rising and falling over millions of years. The movement is so gradual, so subtle, that no creature on Earth can feel it, yet it shapes the path of every world in the galaxy. You are a traveler within this gentle bend, drifting along its quiet arc. Though the galaxy seems still from afar, it rotates with astonishing speed, spinning its vast body like a glowing wheel in darkness. One full rotation of the Milky Way takes over 200 million years, a journey so long that dinosaurs rose and fell without ever completing a full galactic turn. Everything within the galaxy moves with this rotation: stars, planets, dust clouds, and your own solar system. Even now, without sensing it, you are gliding through space on this ancient carousel, carried by an invisible current. There is a comfort in knowing that motion surrounds you, even in stillness. Encircling the Milky Way is a giant halo made of dark matter, an invisible substance that cannot be seen or touched, but holds the galaxy together like a silent cosmic skeleton. Without this mysterious halo, the stars would drift apart, unable to stay bound in their spiral arms. Scientists cannot observe dark matter directly, yet its presence is felt in every movement of the galaxy. It shapes the dance of stars, guides the curve of space, and ensures that your cosmic home remains stable. Even in mystery, it protects the galaxy like an unseen guardian. At the galaxy's heart lies a dense, bright bulge filled with some of the oldest stars in existence, glowing with a warm and ancient golden light. These stars move in unpredictable patterns, swirling and intersecting like fireflies in a jar. Their combined radiance creates a soft glow that fills the central region with warmth, invisible to the human eye but shining brilliantly in infrared light. Many of these stars were born long before Earth existed, surviving cosmic storms and galactic shifts for billions of years. In drifting through this region, you travel through the memories of the galaxy itself. Four great spiral arms unfurl from the Milky Way's center, curving outward like long glowing ribbons floating in space. These arms are filled with newborn stars, colossal nebulae, and dust clouds that shimmer with soft colors. The arms are not static objects, but waves of density, where matter gathers and releases, forming new cosmic generations. As you drift alongside one of these arms, imagine hearing the faint hum of stars being born within distant clouds. In these swirling patterns, the galaxy renews itself again and again. Your solar system lies in a peaceful region called the Orion Arm, a small and quiet branch of the galaxy. It is a calm neighborhood, far from the chaos of the galactic center, where radiation storms and massive stars dominate. Here, the stars are spaced comfortably apart, offering stability and safety for planets like Earth. This region is gentle, spacious, and perfectly suited for life to flourish. You drift through it like a visitor in a serene cosmic meadow. The central region of the Milky Way glows in wavelengths human eyes cannot see: infrared, radio waves, and X-rays, each revealing a different layer of its hidden beauty. Dense clusters of stars, swirling clouds of dust, and bursts of energy from the central black hole create a quiet storm of motion and light. Though visible light cannot penetrate the dust, other forms of light slip through, painting a secret portrait of the galaxy's core. It is a place of quiet power, pulsing with ancient energy. As you drift near it, the glow wraps around you like warm starlight. Between the stars, the galaxy is filled with fine cosmic dust, tiny grains made of carbon, metals, and frozen minerals. These grains are smaller than smoke, yet powerful enough to shape the appearance of entire nebula. They scatter starlight, absorb it, and re-emit it in glowing colors, creating some of the most beautiful sights in the universe. Without this dust, planets would never form, and the building blocks of life would not exist. You float through these gentle clouds as though drifting through soft cosmic fog. Our solar system travels around the galaxy at an astonishing speed, faster than any spacecraft humanity could ever build. Yet the distances are so immense that this journey feels completely still, like floating in an ocean so vast that movement becomes invisible. As you drift with the solar system, you pass through regions of dust, gas, and clusters of stars, each leaving small marks on cosmic history. This journey has shaped Earth for billions of years, long before the first human took a breath. You are part of that motion, carried quietly through the Milky Way. As the solar system orbits the galaxy, it gently rises and falls above the galactic plane in a slow, drifting motion. This creates long galactic seasons, each lasting millions of years. Scientists believe these subtle motions may influence comets, cosmic rays, and even the long-term rhythm of Earth's climate. Though you cannot feel it, your world participates in this vast cosmic tide. Tonight, you drift with it, weightless and calm. Our sun sits far from the galactic center, in a region neither too crowded nor too empty. This distance protects us from the dangerous radiation of massive stars near the core, while still offering a richness of elements needed for planets and life. It is a quiet suburb of the galaxy, peaceful and stable. Life thrives here because space gives it room to breathe. You rest within this safe cosmic corner. The stars around us form a loose community, gently drifting together through the Milky Way. Some are small and faint, others bright and young, each moving on its own long path around the galaxy. Our closest neighbor, Proxima Centauri, is so far that even light takes over 4 years to reach it. Yet in galactic terms, it is a next-door star. Every nearby star has its own worlds, its own moons, and its own mysteries. As you drift past them, imagine quiet solar systems glowing softly in the distance. The solar system occasionally moves through enormous interstellar clouds, vast regions of gas and dust drifting silently across the galaxy. Some clouds glow faintly with ultraviolet light, while others are dark and cold, hiding even the brightest stars behind them. Passing through these clouds can influence cosmic rays and subtly shape the environment around Earth. These clouds are like chapters of the galaxy's long story, each carrying ancient particles from stars that lived and died long ago. You float through them as though moving through layers of a cosmic dream. As you drift farther through this gentle ocean of stars, you enter a region scientists call the galactic habitable zone, a peaceful band where conditions are quiet enough for life to take root. Too close to the center, stars burst with fierce radiation. But here, the galaxy breathes softly, offering stability and calm. The metals needed for planets and oceans are plentiful, scattered gently by ancient supernovae. This region is neither too bright nor too barren, a cosmic middle ground where worlds like Earth can flourish. You float through it as though gliding across the surface of a tranquil cosmic lake. The Sun, carrying its family of planets, moves toward a point in the sky known as the solar apex, guided by its ancient orbit through the Milky Way. As it travels, the stars behind it seem to drift apart, while those ahead appear to gather slowly, though none of them truly change their course. It is a quiet illusion of motion created by the vast perspective of space, an effect so gentle you could never notice it from Earth. But here, drifting peacefully above the ecliptic, you sense subtle currents of movement. Every star around you becomes part of this slow, graceful flow. From time to time, other stars pass close to the solar system, not close enough to threaten life, but close enough to stir the distant clouds of comets that circle the sun like tiny frozen messengers. These passing stars move silently, gliding through space with no sound, no disturbance, only the soft pull of gravity whispering across unimaginable distances. Some slip by without leaving a trace, while others nudge ancient comets into long journeys toward the inner solar system. These encounters are reminders that even in the peaceful outskirts of the galaxy, the cosmos is always changing. You drift with the solar system through this gentle ballet of near misses. The spiral arm that cradles our home is not a rigid structure, but a slow, flowing wave of density that moves through the galaxy like a cosmic ripple. Stars gather as the wave passes through, then spread out again as it moves onward, creating a rhythm that stretches over millions of years. As the sun journeys through this wave, the brightness of the night sky subtly changes. Sometimes filled with young, glowing stars, other times more sparse and quiet. These transitions shape the view humans see from Earth without ever knowing why the heavens look the way they do. You float alongside these ripples as though drifting with a gentle tide. All around the galaxy lies a vast magnetic field, faint yet protective, stretching far beyond the visible stars. This field guides charged particles, shapes the flow of cosmic dust, and shields regions of space from harmful radiation. Earth's own magnetic field is strengthened by this larger galactic shield, helping to protect life from harsh cosmic storms. You drift through this invisible safety net, sensing its quiet presence like a soft barrier between you and the deeper dark. It is a reminder that even in a silent universe, unseen forces watch over you. The stars of the Milky Way are not all the same age. Some are newborns just beginning to glow, while others are ancient embers nearing the end of their lives. The oldest stars shine with a dim, reddish warmth, their long lives etched into the subtle flicker of their light. Young stars, by contrast, burn fiercely blue or white, expelling winds of energy that sculpt the clouds around them. Each generation of stars builds upon the ashes of the last, recycling material into new cosmic creations. As you drift through their glow, you witness billions of years of history in a single sweeping view. Many stars travel in small families called open clusters, groups of siblings born from the same cloud of dust and gas. These clusters drift slowly apart over time, but for millions of years they remain together, shining like jewels scattered across the galactic disk. Some clusters are so bright they can be seen from Earth with the naked eye. Others are hidden deep within nebulae. They carry a quiet sense of togetherness, a reminder that even stars begin their journey surrounded by companions. You glide past them as though floating through a cosmic gathering. Deeper within the galaxy lie enormous star-forming regions, vast clouds of gas where new suns ignite like sparks in a cosmic forge. These clouds glow softly in shades of pink, red, and violet, illuminated by the stars being born within them. The airless silence of space is filled with the invisible glow of ultraviolet light, shaping and sculpting the surrounding material. Every new star represents a new story, a new solar system, a new beginning somewhere in the galaxy. As you drift through these birthing grounds, you feel the quiet promise of worlds yet to exist. Nebulae themselves come in many forms, some bright, some dark, some shaped like towering cliffs of gas reaching into the void. These clouds are the breath of the galaxy, drifting slowly across thousands of light years, carrying within them the materials that will someday form stars, planets, and maybe even life. Some nebulae reflect the light of nearby stars like cosmic mirrors, while others glow from within as young suns heat the gas around them. They are among the most beautiful sights in the universe, swirling softly like painted clouds in a dream. You drift through their colors as though wrapped in a cosmic mist. In regions where cosmic dust is thick, the stars behind it appear dim or vanish entirely, creating dark shapes across the band of the Milky Way. These dark nebulae are not empty, they are full of cold gas and dust, waiting for the gentle push that will cause them to collapse into new stars. Within these shadows lie entire nurseries where future generations of suns are quietly forming. Though they appear as darkness from Earth, within them exists the potential for brilliant light. You drift gently through these shadowed regions, feeling the quiet power of creation hidden inside. As you continue floating deeper into the Milky Way, you pass ancient, gravity-bound spheres of stars called globular clusters. These clusters contain some of the oldest stars in the galaxy, tightly packed and shimmering like golden dust. They orbit the Milky Way from great distances, drifting slowly above and below the galactic disk. Their stars have witnessed nearly the entire history of the galaxy, surviving cosmic collisions and the births of countless generations. You glide past them with a sense of reverence, like drifting through the archives of time. The galaxy also contains massive clouds of hydrogen, the simplest and most abundant element in the universe. These clouds serve as the raw material for star formation, stretching for hundreds of light years across the night. As winds from nearby stars pass through them, they ripple like curtains moving in a gentle breeze. These motions create subtle waves in the gas, setting the stage for new suns to ignite. You drift through these soft, airy clouds like floating through the breath of the universe itself. In some regions, the Milky Way displays enormous bubbles, cavities carved out by ancient supernovae that once erupted like thunderous blasts of light. These explosions push gas outward, forming round hollows in the galactic disk. Over millions of years, these bubbles expand and merge, shaping the structure of the galaxy. Standing at the edge of one feels like gazing into a serene, empty chamber carved into the fabric of space. You float along the rim of these cosmic hollows, sensing the echoes of long-vanished stars. Scattered throughout the galaxy are mysterious high-velocity stars. Stars so fast they race across the Milky Way like cosmic arrows. Some were flung outward by black holes, others by dying binary systems or ancient gravitational encounters. They travel at unimaginable speeds, crossing thousands of light years over their lifetimes. Though rare, their journeys trace long arcs across the galaxy, weaving through starfields like travelers on ancient paths. As you drift past one of these speeding suns, you sense the incredible force that once set it free. Some parts of the galaxy contain cold, dense molecular clouds where temperatures fall so low that molecules freeze onto dust grains. These clouds are dark, silent, and almost completely invisible, yet within them complex organic molecules begin to form. These molecules may be the seeds of chemistry that eventually leads to life, drifting through space like silent whispers of possibility. Scientists have found sugars, alcohols, and even amino acid precursors within these clouds. You drift through them as though passing through the hidden workshop where nature crafts the building blocks of existence. Farther along, the Milky Way reveals hidden streams of stars, remnants of smaller galaxies that merged long ago. These streams drift silently, weaving through the disk like delicate ribbons of starlight. Their origins are ancient, carrying the history of galaxies that once wandered alone, now dissolved into the greater spiral. As you float past them, imagine the quiet merging of civilizations of stars, each blending gently with its new home. Even in this immense cosmic calm, change persists, slow and graceful, like a ripple across a still pond. Some stars in the galaxy pulse with a rhythmic light, expanding and contracting in gentle cycles that stretch across days or weeks. These variable stars are quiet metronomes of the universe, keeping time in a way invisible to human eyes. Astronomers measure their rhythms to determine distances and ages, but you can simply drift with their soothing pulses. Each cycle is a soft reminder of the quiet heartbeat of the cosmos, a gentle measure of cosmic time. You flow along with them, your mind softening with each invisible beat. The Milky Way contains countless binary and multiple star systems, where two or more stars circle each other in endless, patient dance. Some are so close that their outer layers brush and mingle, creating strange and beautiful interactions. Others orbit so far apart that light from one reaches the other only after hours of travel. These celestial dances are quiet but mesmerizing, subtle performances that last for millions of years. You drift along their orbits as though gliding through the gentle choreography of the universe. Hidden deep within dark clouds, stars ignite in silence, their first light slowly piercing the veil of gas around them. Some take thousands of years to fully emerge, gradually illuminating their surroundings. Their birth is soft, unseen by human eyes, yet essential for the galaxy's ongoing renewal. You float past these newborn stars as if witnessing a secret ritual, feeling the gentle warmth of creation. Every light is a quiet promise, a new chapter unfolding in the endless story of the Milky Way. The Milky Way is crisscrossed by faint but enormous filaments of gas, threads that stretch for hundreds of light years. These filaments guide the formation of stars and clusters, creating a delicate web across the galaxy. Some glow faintly under the influence of nearby stars, while others remain cold and invisible, waiting for gentle gravitational nudges. As you drift through this intricate network, you sense the vast, silent architecture that shapes the cosmos. Every filament is a hidden pathway, connecting distant regions like veins in a cosmic organism. Occasionally, the galaxy hosts supernovae, explosions so powerful that they briefly outshine entire star clusters. The shock waves ripple outward, stirring gas and dust and triggering the birth of new stars in their wake. From a distance, these bursts are silent, majestic, and strangely calming, as if the universe is breathing deeply in cycles of destruction and renewal. You drift past these gentle reminders of cosmic change, feeling both the power and serenity of creation and dissolution. Even in chaos, there is quiet beauty. Black holes, invisible yet mighty, lie at the center of the galaxy, pulling everything near them into a spiral of slow motion. Some are small and lonely, others massive, shaping the motion of millions of stars. While unseen, their presence is felt in the soft curves of stellar orbits, the gentle tug of gravity that keeps the galaxy bound. Floating nearby, you sense their immense pull without fear, only quiet awe, as if the universe itself is breathing in and out. These invisible giants are guardians of balance, holding the galaxy together with patience and grace. Interstellar space is not empty, but filled with soft glows of gas energized by distant stars. Hydrogen emits a subtle red light, oxygen glows green, and nitrogen creates faint purples in areas where stellar winds are strong. These colors are gentle and soothing, painting the darkness with muted, cosmic watercolors. You drift through this art gallery of the universe, feeling the calm that comes from observing beauty without urgency. Each glowing cloud is a soft lullaby for your mind. The Milky Way is accompanied by small satellite galaxies, like the Large and Small Magellanic Clouds. They orbit slowly, pulled by the galaxy's gravity while contributing their own stars, gas, and history to the greater whole. Occasionally, these companions pass through dense regions, leaving trails of stars and gas behind them. You drift along these celestial neighbors, sensing their quiet influence on the galaxy's shape. They are like gentle friends, moving in harmony with the vast spiral arms. Across the galactic plane, immense rings of cold gas circle the center, hidden behind veils of dust. These rings rotate silently, influencing star formation and the paths of nearby objects. Though invisible to the naked eye, they are crucial for the Milky Way's slow, steady evolution. As you drift through this hidden architecture, the galaxy feels like a living organism, breathing in cycles, pulsing with unseen motion. You glide along these rings, wrapped in their gentle, enduring rhythm. Stars end their lives in quiet ways as well. Some shrink into white dwarfs, cooling slowly over billions of years. Others become neutron stars, spinning with astonishing speed, but remaining small and dense, quietly radiating X-rays. These remnants are soft echoes of what once was, carrying the memory of brilliant lives in tiny, still forms. You float past them, feeling the serenity of endings that are neither violent nor abrupt, only gentle transitions into cosmic rest. Even in death, the galaxy whispers calm. The Milky Way also holds mysterious high-energy phenomena like fast radio bursts, signals that arrive briefly and vanish without warning. Though we do not yet fully understand their sources, they remind us that the universe has surprises, always waiting in quiet moments. Imagine these bursts as distant heartbeats, faint and fleeting, echoing across the cosmos. You drift through these moments with gentle curiosity, letting your mind accept the unknown without fear. Mystery becomes a soft companion, not an alarm. Clusters of gas and dust sometimes collide, producing waves of new stars and glowing nebulae. These encounters take millions of years, and yet from afar they appear as subtle flows, soft and hypnotic in their movement. The collisions are calm in cosmic terms, blending material rather than smashing it violently. You drift alongside these quiet unions, sensing the endless creativity that unfolds when matter meets matter. Every fusion is a song of patience and light. Far above the disk, the galactic halo contains ancient stars, orbiting in long, elliptical paths. They are relics of times when the Milky Way was still young, carrying stories from eras before planets formed. Their light is soft, faded, and golden, floating silently among the dark matter that envelopes the galaxy. You drift among them as if walking through an ancient cathedral, feeling the quiet grandeur of age and endurance. These halo stars are timeless companions on your journey. Cosmic rays, particles traveling near light speed, move through space silently, carrying energy from distant supernovae and exotic events. They pass harmlessly through most regions, yet they influence the chemistry of the interstellar medium, shaping clouds and dust over millions of years. Though invisible, their presence is constant, like a soft whisper in the galaxy's ear. You drift alongside them, sensing their invisible energy as a gentle hum, unnoticed but ever present. Among the stars, rogue planets drift alone, never bound to a sun, moving silently through the dark. They wander in solitude, cold and invisible, yet each carries potential mysteries, perhaps hidden oceans, perhaps ancient minerals frozen in time. These lonely travelers remind us that not all paths are connected, yet all exist within the same gentle spiral. You glide past these quiet worlds, feeling the vastness and serenity of unbound freedom. They are cosmic nomads, silently drifting through the Milky Way. The interstellar medium itself breathes, expanding and contracting under the influence of waves and stellar winds. This subtle movement shapes nebulae and star-forming regions, like a cosmic tide slowly reshaping the shore. You drift with this invisible flow, lulled by its gentle rhythm, aware of the immense patience of space. Every gust, every ripple is part of a quiet, eternal dance. You are carried effortlessly along the currents of the galaxy, weightless and serene. The Milky Way is threaded with delicate tendrils of magnetic fields, invisible yet shaping the flow of gas and charged particles. These fields ripple softly, guiding star formation and shaping nebula like gentle currents in a cosmic ocean. Though unseen, their influence is profound, holding the galaxy together and giving structure to its silent expanse. You drift alongside these invisible threads, feeling their gentle guidance as if they were soft winds brushing past your consciousness. Every filament is a quiet reminder of the unseen forces that sculpt the universe. Some stars, called pulsars, rotate with astonishing precision, spinning hundreds of times per second while emitting rhythmic beams of light. Their patterns are hypnotic and constant, like cosmic metronomes echoing through the vast darkness. Scientists use these signals to measure distances and test the laws of physics, but for you, they are gentle beacons in the soft night. Drifting among them, you feel a sense of order and harmony within the galaxy's enormous expanse. Each pulse is a quiet heartbeat of the cosmos. The Milky Way also hosts immense supermassive black holes beyond the one at its center, scattered throughout its disk. These sleeping giants remain calm for billions of years, influencing stars only subtly, bending light and pulling nearby gas into gentle spirals. You float past these silent titans, sensing their immense power without fear, marveling at the patience required to hold so much mass quietly for so long. Their quiet presence reminds you that strength need not be loud. Even in stillness, it shapes the universe. In the spaces between stars lie clouds of complex molecules, including water, alcohols, and organic compounds. These molecules drift silently, carried by the galaxy's slow currents, forming the seeds for life long before planets exist. You drift through these invisible chemical gardens, imagining the slow accumulation of ingredients for life. The universe seems like a soft laboratory, experimenting in patience and silence, crafting possibilities that will one day bloom. Every molecule is a quiet promise, a whisper of potential. The Milky Way is not alone. It has companions that orbit it gracefully, like the large and small Magellanic Clouds. Though small, they contribute to the spiral's evolution, sending streams of stars and gas in delicate, almost imperceptible waves. Their motion is slow, graceful, and unobtrusive, yet it leaves traces in the galaxy's structure for millions of years. You float past them as though visiting old friends, feeling their calm influence on your journey. Even in motion, they carry serenity. Some stars wander freely through the galaxy as runaway stars, flung from their birthplaces by gravitational interactions or supernovae. These solitary travelers move silently across light years, never tethered to a cluster or system. Their journeys are lonely but peaceful, like quiet wanderers drifting through an endless ocean of light. You follow them softly, imagining their slow paths weaving through the Milky Way's spiral arms. They are gentle reminders that even solitude has its quiet beauty. Massive clouds of hydrogen and helium drift above and below the galactic plane, invisible to the naked eye, but forming a soft cocoon around the spiral disk. These clouds slowly condense and fragment, creating nurseries for new stars and shielding regions from harsh radiation. You float within this gentle shroud, feeling the protective embrace of the galaxy itself. It is a subtle lullaby, a whisper of safety across millions of light years. Some stars carry planets in tightly bound systems, their movements a slow, harmonious dance around their suns. Even in systems unlike our own, the planets glide calmly, orbiting in predictable paths that have endured for eons. You drift among them, feeling the perfect balance of motion and stillness. The rhythms of these worlds create a subtle, hypnotic pattern, lulling your mind as you float alongside. The galaxy hums softly in these motions, a lullaby of equilibrium. Occasionally, distant supernova remnants glow in the infrared long after the explosive light has faded from view. They stretch like gentle clouds across the galaxy, soft shapes etched against the darkness. Within these remnants, the material of dead stars drifts slowly, mixing with other clouds to create the seeds of future suns. You float through these luminous whispers, feeling the passage of time slowed to a comforting rhythm. Each remnant is a quiet testament to the galaxy's endless cycles of birth and death. Some stars have planets unlike any in our solar system. Giant gas worlds skimming close to their suns, frozen rocky worlds in distant orbits, and even rogue planets drifting alone. Each one holds secrets of chemistry, atmosphere, and history, silently existing in the galaxy's calm expanse. You drift past these worlds as though visiting them in a dream, sensing their quiet existence and untold stories. Every planet carries a potential for wonder, even in solitude. Across the galaxy, interstellar dust scatters starlight to create faint, colorful glows that paint the darkness with subtle beauty. These grains are microscopic, yet they create vast, luminous clouds visible across light years. You float through them gently, imagining the soft reds, blues, and greens swirling silently in the void. The galaxy becomes a soft watercolor, each speck of dust a brushstroke in an endless cosmic painting. Every movement is quiet, almost imperceptible, yet profoundly calming. Dark molecular clouds float in silence, blocking the light of distant stars and forming intricate, shadowy shapes. Within them, gravity slowly gathers matter, preparing the birth of new stars over millions of years. You drift through these silent shadows, sensing the invisible life and energy contained within them. Though they appear as darkness, they are alive with potential, quietly waiting for creation. Every shadow is a cradle, every hidden fold a gentle promise. The Milky Way is threaded with vast loops of gas, shaped by ancient magnetic forces and stellar winds. These loops drift gracefully, sometimes glowing, sometimes nearly invisible, guiding stars and clouds along soft, unseen paths. You drift alongside them, sensing the calm energy of these silent structures. They carry the galaxy's history gently, shaping it without violence. Every curve, every loop is a subtle trace of time's patience. Some stars reside in clusters, tightly bound by gravity, their light blending into gentle glows. These clusters drift slowly together, forming patterns visible across thousands of light years. You float among them, feeling the collective warmth of these stellar families. Even after millions of years, their cohesion remains, a quiet reminder of connection in the vast loneliness of space. Every cluster is a soft embrace, a gentle gathering of cosmic companions. In the halo of the galaxy, rare but ancient stars orbit on slow, elliptical paths, relics of long-vanished dwarf galaxies absorbed into the Milky Way. Their motion is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet they tell stories of cosmic history stretching back billions of years. You drift among them, as if wandering through a gallery of timeless artifacts. Each movement is soft, every orbit a meditation on endurance. The galaxy whispers its past through these ancient wanderers. Cosmic rays drift quietly through space, sometimes colliding with interstellar material to create gentle showers of particles. Though invisible and silent, they carry the energy of ancient stars and supernovae. You drift alongside these soft currents, aware of their presence only through the subtle changes they create in gas and dust. They are quiet messengers of cosmic activity, gently shaping the galaxy over eons. Every invisible touch is part of the calm rhythm of space. Rogue planets, wandering without a parent star, drift alone through the galaxy's spiral arms. Some are frozen worlds,
Others may harbor warm cores beneath thick ice, silently moving through the void. You float past these lonely travelers, sensing their quiet persistence, their long, unhurried journeys. They remind you that even in solitude, existence is beautiful, patient, and serene. The Milky Way is a home not only for stars, but for endless, drifting possibilities.
The interstellar medium itself breathes in cycles, expanding and contracting under the influence of waves, winds, and gravity. This slow movement shapes nebulae, triggers star formation, and maintains a soft rhythm across the galaxy. You drift within this gentle breath, letting your mind synchronize with its pace. Every undulation, every ripple is quiet and hypnotic, a lullaby that stretches across thousands of light years. The galaxy hums softly, a calming song for anyone willing to drift with it. Across the Milky Way, massive clouds of gas drift in silent grandeur, shaped by gravity and ancient winds. Within these clouds, new stars are born slowly, quietly igniting after millions of years. You drift through them, feeling the calm patience of the galaxy, each spark of light a soft promise of creation. The clouds glow faintly in infrared, their warmth invisible, yet perceptible as you float by. Every subtle shift in these clouds carries the quiet rhythm of cosmic life. Some stars explode as supernovae, scattering their enriched material across space. But even in their death, there is quiet elegance. Their shockwaves ripple gently, seeding future generations of stars and planets. You drift alongside the remnants, sensing the soft energy released and the calm cycle of destruction and renewal. The galaxy reshapes itself in silence, like a river carving new channels without haste. Every explosion becomes a gentle whisper in the Milky Way's endless story. The Milky Way contains streams of stars stripped from smaller galaxies, floating as faint ribbons through the spiral arms. These stellar streams trace the galaxy's history, ancient paths written across light years of space. You glide past them, sensing the patience it took for these streams to form and the quiet blending of past and present. They are soft arcs of light, gentle traces of cosmic memory drifting endlessly. Every streak is a subtle reminder of the galaxy's vast, slow evolution. Dark clouds of molecular gas, cold and dense, float silently in the disk, forming the hidden nurseries of the Milky Way. Within them, gravity weaves subtle structures, shaping the birthplaces of stars over millions of years. You drift through these shadowed havens, aware of the invisible processes quietly at work. Though unseen, they are alive with potential, creating worlds yet to exist. Every fold, every hidden chamber, carries the calm anticipation of future light. Rogue planets continue their lonely, serene journeys, unbound by stars, drifting through the spiral arms with slow dignity. Each carries frozen landscapes, mysterious chemistry, and silent potential for life. You float past them, feeling the quiet freedom in their paths, unhurried, independent, and eternal. They remind you that space is not only about suns, but about possibilities, quiet, patient, and infinite. Each lonely wanderer is a soft echo of the galaxy's vastness. The Milky Way's spiral arms are alive with gentle waves of density, where stars gather slowly and drift apart again, maintaining a rhythm over millions of years. You float alongside these waves, feeling the soft push and pull that guides the motion of billions of stars. Their grace is hypnotic, a slow pulse of cosmic energy flowing silently. Each turn, each ripple, is part of the galaxy's subtle heartbeat. You drift with the rhythm, surrendering to its calm embrace. Clusters of stars orbit the galaxy in quiet harmony, moving in slow elliptical paths around the center. These globular clusters are ancient, filled with stars that have witnessed the birth and death of countless generations. Their gentle glow illuminates the darkness softly, like distant lanterns in a vast, infinite hall.
You drift among them, absorbing the calm majesty of these stellar families. Every orbit, every shimmer, carries the weightless wisdom of time.
Massive black holes in the galaxy, though invisible, quietly influence stars and gas around them. They pull and bend, shaping orbits and channels of matter with subtlety and grace. You drift near them, feeling their power without fear, sensing the careful balance they maintain across millions of light years. Their quiet authority is a meditation on patience, a reminder that even immense forces can act without disturbance. They are guardians of calm in the cosmic expanse. The Milky Way contains faint, colorful nebula illuminated by young stars, glowing softly in red, green, and blue. You drift among these nebulae, feeling the slow diffusion of light and energy, like waves washing over a serene shore. The patterns swirl gently, never rushing, creating a hypnotic, peaceful vision. Each cloud is a soft brushstroke, a gentle painting of space unfolding over millions of years. You float, mesmerized by the quiet artistry of creation. Between stars, interstellar dust scatters light, creating faint glimmers that twinkle softly, invisible to the human eye, yet shaping the galaxy's glow. You float through these shimmering particles, feeling the universe's delicate textures around you. Each grain is a subtle reminder of the intricate balance that allows stars, planets, and life to exist. The galaxy's quiet shimmer surrounds you, enveloping your mind and calm. You drift through the glow, weightless, safe, and serene. Massive black holes in the galaxy, though invisible, quietly influence stars and gas around them. They pull and bend, shaping orbits and channels of matter with subtlety and grace. You drift near them, feeling their power without fear, sensing the careful balance they maintain across millions of light years. Their quiet authority is a meditation on patience, a reminder that even immense forces can act without disturbance. They are guardians of calm in the cosmic expanse. The Milky Way contains faint, colorful nebula illuminated by young stars, glowing softly in red, green, and blue. You drift among these nebula, feeling the slow diffusion of light and energy, like waves washing over a serene shore. The patterns swirl gently, never rushing, creating a hypnotic, peaceful vision. Each cloud is a soft brushstroke, a gentle painting of space unfolding over millions of years. You float, mesmerized by the quiet artistry of creation. Between stars, interstellar dust scatters light, creating faint glimmers that twinkle softly, invisible to the human eye, yet shaping the galaxy's glow. You float through these shimmering particles, feeling the universe's delicate textures around you. Each grain is a subtle reminder of the intricate balance that allows stars, planets, and life to exist. The galaxy's quiet shimmer surrounds you, enveloping your mind in calm. You drift through the glow, weightless, safe, and serene. The outer reaches of the Milky Way are filled with halo stars, relics of ancient galactic mergers, orbiting slowly in elliptical paths above and below the disk. Their faded light carries the memory of long-lost companions, drifting silently through space. You float among them, sensing the patience and continuity of cosmic history. Every ancient star is a soft whisper from a time long before Earth existed. The halo is a gentle, glowing envelope of memory and quiet wisdom. Fast radio bursts flash briefly in the distant cosmos, enigmatic and fleeting, yet entirely unobtrusive. They travel across billions of light years, reaching the galaxy only as whispers of energy. You drift through their presence calmly, letting the mystery of the universe be a soft companion rather than an alarm. Even the unknown in space becomes serene, a subtle reminder that the cosmos is vast, slow, and endlessly patient. Each burst is a fleeting note in the galaxy's quiet symphony. The Milky Way continues to gather stars, gas, and dust from tiny dwarf galaxies, adding them gently to its spiral arms. These mergers happen over millions of years, imperceptible in real time, blending matter softly into the existing structure. You drift through this silent accretion, feeling the galaxy's patient accumulation of experience and material. Every captured star, every tiny cloud, becomes part of the calm rhythm of cosmic growth. You move with the galaxy, carried by its immense, slow current. Even in its most distant reaches, the Milky Way hums with invisible energy. Cosmic rays, magnetic fields, and faint radiation permeate every corner. These forces are silent yet present, gently shaping matter and motion over millions of years. You drift among them, aware of their invisible guidance, feeling the subtle hand of the universe in every direction. The galaxy hums quietly, a lullaby in motion, enveloping you in its vast, soft embrace. As your journey nears its close, you float past the bright, dense heart of the galaxy once more, sensing the ancient black hole at its center and the millions of stars orbiting around it. Their combined light is warm, golden, and steady, casting a calm glow over the surrounding space. You breathe slowly, letting the quiet energy fill your mind, carrying away any tension, any unrest, until your thoughts are soft as the starlight around you. The galaxy has held you in its arms, and you are weightless, peaceful, and ready to drift into sleep. The Milky Way whispers its secrets, gentle and patient, as you leave its arms behind, floating into the soft darkness beyond. Every fact you have drifted through, the stars, the dust, the black holes, the nebulae, is part of a cosmic story that stretches billions of years. Let the galaxy cradle your mind, let its calm rhythm carry you, and allow yourself to drift fully into rest. Sleep now, wrapped in the quiet beauty of the universe, as Luma Sleep Science guides you gently into dreams.